Jai Hind, this is Brigadier Hemant Mahajan. The subject that we are going to talk today is winning the information war in Kashmir Valley. Call it information war, call it psychological war, call it perception management, call it. The number of terrorists in the valley is estimated to be does not reduce. More number of terrorists get added to it and the number of 200 to 250 remains constant. How is it possible? What should we do? In fact, some try to say that while we are killing terrorists, we are not able to eliminate terrorism. Is that true? Yes, it is quite true. If you take a tour of the Kashmir Valley is divided between the North Kashmir Valley, the South Kashmir Valley. The South Kashmir Valley is a place where lot of violence takes place and most of the activities, terrorist activities which take place are restricted to the South Kashmir. And the Kashmir Valley quite large. There was a time when the number of terrorists used to be between 6,000 to 7,000. But to counter this infiltration, Indian Army did two activities. One is called as the counter infiltration grid, in which we try and stop the infiltration taking place from across the border on the LOC itself. The counter infiltration grid is quite successful. Indian Army is always out on the LOC, keeping a watch both during daytime and night time. There in rest of the country. Their eyes, everybody seems to be carrying a mobile. Many of them have smart mobiles and they always glued up to their mobile and always watching something or reading something from the mobile. But are they reading a good content or are they reading something which is radicalizing them? The short answer is the material which comes to them on various WhatsApp group from the media, print as well as electronic. A lot of it comes on the social media that is outrightly anti-national, outrightly making them, let's say, supplier of terrorism or carrying out terrorism in Kashmir was the Hurriyat conference. It is now somewhat been neutralized and most of the Hurriyat leaders today are in jail. But online radicalization is increasing. Today, there are a large number of madrasas whose activities are not regulated. There are schools where children are being taught things which they should not be taught. The government is simply not able to win the information war. Uh, the other side, that is Pakistan and Pakistan's intelligence agency ISR, more difficult. In fact, there is another word which is being used in the Kashmir Valley called as the hybrid terrorist, meaning they are the kind of terrorists whose names are not there on the police or the security forces record, and therefore they carry out an activity and they disappear in the crowd, and thereafter detecting them is not easy. Now, what we need to understand, recently you must have seen that some soft targets were fired upon, by which a lot of Hindus were killed, lot of Kashmiri Pandits were killed, people from outside. Therefore, they come there and they get targeted. And now we have seen that there is an exodus of Kashmiri Pandits who have gone outside. Now, the most important point is, how do you stop this radicalization which is going on the internet? In the earlier days, the masjids, the madrasas were the places from where people were radicalized, and some of the radicalized youth used to become terrorists. Now this is being done online. We have heard in the past that the WhatsApp groups were used to pass information about army's movement. You would realize that whenever army moved out of its camp, is the online radicalization. There are any number of websites that radicalize youth. There are any number of accounts, be it on the Facebook, be it on the Twitter, which keep on radicalizing the youth. So now, what do we need to do? We have to launch an all-out offensive against this against this radicalization, against this propaganda war and the disinformation war, which uh, the, the ISPR of Pakistan has launched against us, launched against the Kashmiri people and the Kashmiri youth, and we need to ensure that information being passed to somebody, that requires, of course, a lot of effort to carry out a surveillance online on these suspected sites. But there are two things that we need to do. One is block all these sites. Secondly, catch the people who were running this site. Now there are two problems that come up. First is some of the sites are operated on the fake identity, so therefore it is the we need to link up all the social media accounts with sorry for the delay which was there. So we need to link up the social media accounts to an identity card, especially to an Aadhaar card, so that there are no fake accounts either on the social media or on the internet. Anybody who runs the account is responsible for what he preaches or what he talks or what he broadcasts from his account. It is not going to be easy, but it must be tried. That is one aspect. Secondly, the narrative warfare that is there, that is what we need to win. Now, unfortunately, the government agencies, the Information and Broadcasting Ministry, All India Radio, Doordarshan,